Good afternoon, guys. So today, what we're going to do is we're going to read this book, "Find Me" by Andre Aciman, one of my favorite authors of all time. So Andre wrote "Call Me by Your Name" here. The author of "Call Me by Your Name," the first book, and this is the sequel, "Find Me." And I just borrowed this book, guys, from one of my friends. Okay, so it's really hard to find this one, but fully booked it's 1,485 pesos. So let's read it and let's see what's on the book or what's in the book. Okay, I'll read this one. Okay. Why so glum? I watched her get on at a station in Florence. She slid open the glass door and was inside the car, looked around, then right away dumped her backpack on the empty seat next to mine. She took off her leather jacket, put down the English language paperback she was reading, then placed the square white bags in the luggage rack, and threw herself onto the seat diagonally across from mine in what seemed a restless, ill-tempered huff. She reminded me of someone who just had a heated argument seconds before boarding and was still stewing over the cutting words either she or someone else had spoken before hanging up. Her dog, which she was trying to keep tucked between her ankles while holding a red leash looped around her fist, seemed no less jittery than she was. "Bona, good girl," she finally said, hoping to calm me down. "Bona," she repeated, as the dog still fidgeted and tried to squirm out of the firm grip. The presence of the dog annoyed me, and instinctively I refused to uncross my legs or budge to make room for it. But she didn't seem to notice either me or my body language. So Asaman, I hate you for that joke. Instead, she immediately rummaged through the backpack, found a slim plastic bag, and took out 2 tiny bone-shaped treats for the dog, then laid them in her palm and watched the dog lick them off. Bona. Brava. There's no Bona in there. Just put Bona there, okay? So it's just Brava. With the dog momentarily placated, she half lifted herself to fix her shirt, shifted in her seat once or twice, then slumped into sort of upset stupor, staring out indifferently at Florence as the train began to pull out of the Santa Maria Novella station. She was still stewing, and, perhaps without noticing, shook her head once, twice, obviously still cussing whomever she'd quarreled with before boarding. So, for now, we don't know who speaks, or was it Oliver or Elio? But since it's Florence, maybe it's Elio. Or, yeah, maybe it's his father. We don't know yet. Okay. For a moment she looked so totally forlorn that, while staring at my open book, I caught myself struggling to come up with something to say, if only to help diffuse what had all the bearings of a gathering storm about to erupt in our little corner at the very end of the car. Then I thought twice about it. Better to leave her alone and go on with my reading. But when I caught her looking at me, I couldn't help myself. "Why so glum?" I asked. Only then did I car to me how thoroughly inappropriate my question must have sounded to a complete stranger on a train. Same here. To say nothing of one who seemed ready to explode at the slightest provocation. So if you provoke someone, and if you think that someone is angry at you, you're not really angry at someone, or she seemed frustrated, her face seemed disgusted or whatnot, or she's about to cuss or whatnot, don't provoke someone or a stranger like that. Okay? Don't be like that. So, to say nothing of Fawn, who seemed ready to explode at the slightest provocation, so I just continued. All she did was stare at me with a baffled, hostile glint in her eyes that presaged the very words about to cut me down and put me in my place. Mind your own business, old man. Or, what's it to you? Anyway, or should make a face another withering book. Jerk. No, not glum, just thinking, she said. I was so taken aback by the gentle, almost rueful tone of her reply that I was left more speechless than if she had told me to fuck off. Maybe thinking makes me look glum? So yours are happy thoughts? No, not happy either, she replied. I smiled but said nothing, already regretting my shallow patronizing banter. But maybe glum after all, she added, conceding the point with a subdued laugh. I apologize for sounding tactless. No need, she said, Otis coming in the beginnings of the countryside outside the window. Was she American? I asked. She was. Me too, I said. I could tell from your accent, she added with a smile, explaining that I'd been living in Italy for almost 30 years but couldn't for the life of me undo the accent. When I asked, she replied she had settled in Italy with her parents when she was 12. We were both headed for Rome for work. I asked. No, no work, it's my father's. Oh, it's my father. He's not well. Then raising her eyes at me. Might explain the glumness, I suppose. Is it serious? I think so. I'm sorry, I said. She shrugged her shoulders. Life. Then changing her tone, and you? Business or pleasure? I smiled at more formulaic question and explained that I had been invited to give a reading to university students. But I was also meeting my son, who lived in Rome and was picking me up at the station. So this was Ollie's father, I think. Because, yeah, he's meeting with his son. So probably he is Oliver's father. Surely, sweet boy. Just continued, okay? I could tell she was being facetious, but I like her breezy, informal manner that skated from sullen to sprightly and soon-minded as well. Her tone chipped, or jibed with her casual clothes. Scuffed high boots, a pair of jeans, no makeup, and a half unbuttoned faded reddish lumberjack shirt worn over a black t-shirt. Yet despite the rumpled look, she had green eyes and dark eyebrows. She knows. I thought she knows. Probably knows why I made that silly comment about her glumness. I was sure strangers were always finding one pretext or another to start a conversation with her. Which explains that irritated don't you even try it. Look she projects wherever she goes. After her ironic comment about my son, I was not surprised to find our conversation lagging. Oh. So maybe Ollie's father oh my gosh. Ollie's father is trying to build a relationship with this woman. I guess so. Maybe. So that's it, guys. This is a very great book. As you can see, the back of the book says Asimon's prose is alive to each spiral of attraction and feeling, to every signal sent out and withdrawn, every phrase, every ache, every giddy rush of sensation in Call Me By Your Name rings true. It's from Shuttle Times, an acute grammarian of desire, the New Yorker. Superb, the beauty of Asimon's writing and the purity of his passion should place this extraordinary first novel within the canon of great romantic love stories for everyone. It's by Charles Kaiser, The Washington Post Book World, and by Helen Zaltzman, a pitch-perfect evocation of heady romance and passion. It's The Observer in London. So, based on Com Tybin, author of Brooklyn, Call Me By Your Name is a beautiful and wise book with bold lightness and concentrated care for the precise truth of every moment in this drama. It will rest artfully in the shelves between James Baldwin's Giovanni's Room and Edmund White's A Boy's Own Story. It is also a superb novel about the sensuous light of the Mediterranean summer, the languorous days and nights filled with desire. Call Me by Your Name is a miracle. Oh. So maybe I will read this one like 1 week until I finish this one. They said to me that it was kind of, not real broken hearted thing, but it's kind of sad, melodramatic, and full of suspense. Not real full of suspense, it's more of a try to experience things like what Oliver's had done to his life or what Elio. But this book, they said that different perspectives are there or are here. So you should buy a book like this, guys. But you need to read Call Me by Your Name, or if you didn't read Call Me by Your Name yet, just watch the movie, or please read the book, because the book is more sensual, more elegant, more verbatim, more sad. Not really more sad, more it's better, more forget it. There's more in it than the movie. I have cried a lot of times there reading that book, and I'll cry here as well, I think so, because ask the man. Oh, you're so cruel, and I really like you, Asiman. Your writing style is so pure, so angelic, so divine, so immaculate. I really like it about you. I love you so much, Andre. So that's it, guys. That's it, guys. I hope you enjoy it. You've enjoyed my reading time. See you next time. Bye.